Hello? Who is this?
Hi, my name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart, I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No, that's not...
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you...
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want...
Go on.
Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon?
Maybe.
Tell me where I can find it.
And if I don't...
I won't leave you alone.
I can't tell you anything unless you give me...
What do you know about the...
I don't have no idea.
You're cool, Todrick.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking...
Oh, this is ridiculous.
I tell you, I know...
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I know...
Shall I tell you what happened? How he was killed?
I told you.
I expect Plantar's in their little apartment, listening for... Junior is waiting for his dad. He can't wait. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plant. None of this has anything...
Okay.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todd.
Oh, it's you.
Did you make a suit for a man?
I can't tell you anything.
Thanks for nothing. Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind.
I don't...
Didn't you ever dress up when you...
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie?
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course.
Do you recognize...
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after...
Does this dirty
Let me smell that. Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Do you reckon...
That? I remember the scar. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Have you heard of a man named Plantar?
I do not...
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Allow me to shake you.
Huh? Well...
Asshole.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours
Eh bien.
to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Okay. Don't forget to turn it off when you visit the toilet. Whatever.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Doctor, my mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
But
I've been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No, you must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobart.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
So long, Inspector. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course.
It will take...
You don't want...
Certainly.
Do you reckon...
No, monsieur.
I found it.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back.
No way.
If you say so, monsieur.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his right cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. See you later, Sergeant.
What an asshole. What the asshole, Titan. Yeah, the asshole.
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Ty...
Oh, it's you.
The man I'm looking for. He bought a suit from you.
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Yay!
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
You ever meet a guy called Plantar?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Have you seen a guy...
No, I ain't. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns.
I've seen daytime...
I love it when the little guys get
That figures.
custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the...
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good hell!
That's correct.
What's the term you... It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Are you here in Paris?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a lover.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Right.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband.
You wouldn't be if you knew him. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until...
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits. That doesn't necessarily...
Have you come across
I am from...
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian?
No, darling.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him. That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no. Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name...
I took him to be a gent... You know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chap. Something passed hands.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you...
Yes,
I wonder what the...
obviously, sir.
Yeah, I'll bet... Has Merlin...
No.
If I could... Do you know what...
At a guess, I'd say...
That's right.
Ah.
That's him. Does this...
I'm no...
I just couldn't bring myself to use... Can you think of any...
Ooh, I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Ooh. Yeah, she's a one frisky lady.
Excuse me, you're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is...
I don't want to worry you, but Have you... You know, mysterious...
I don't know.
Do you recognize... He calls himself...
Yes. Why do you
I'm a private... What is...
In my country,
I'm glad
they were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
What about the mine?
All gone. Our streets are...
Sounds like... Does this...
No.
May I shake...
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now,
Okay.
that's a real bad attitude problem. Have you...
I can...
Would it mean...
Such technology fills me with wonder.
What's urine?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course. Amongst other things.
Amongst other things. Yep.
Would you... Have you...
I bet
The clown.
my mom... The...
You know...
In... For...
Do you know...
I do...
Oh.
Why...
I... Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home.
Do you recognize them?
Yes, monsieur. That man...
What name?
I cannot tell you.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot...
What do you make...
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
Yep.
Do you recognize...
No?
What do you make...
Do you wish me to...
Hey, no!
Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie?
Nah, it's fine. Hey, shake my...
He was correct.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some...
You won't find any more...
I'm sorry.
Rats. Do you have a guest?
No?
The man who... Maybe not. Do you know...
No?
I'm looking...
There are...
If you... The door...
The door is locked.
If the tailor's description... The sign on the door... The door...
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You are trying to...
No.
No way.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello,
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido.
Our apology.
What?
Round here, we are the authority.
You want I should break...
No.
Okay, interesting.
Hey, Shorty, I didn't think much of your trick. I don't know what you're looking. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobart is on the case. It sounded impressive to me. Still.
I do not lie.
Oh, yeah?
If you do not, without thinking.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello,
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin. There was no... but the name in the...
What now?
I've just...
Yes?
No, not a real gorilla. It happened right out...
Let me get this quite. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the street?
I believe the man who...
What of?
Access to...
Do you have it?
Huh? Well...
I...
Aren't you concerned?
No.
Well...
What?
I don't know. About the...
We must...
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No.
I'd like to check...
That is...
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another...
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
I insist you give me the...
This guy... So...
He's not... He is... Precisely. He's already killed... With you...
But... No.
But no.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello,
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of?
No.
It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick. I say! You there? Flunky!
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewellery for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
The door was locked.
The door was locked.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key. There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Fuck is camphor? No bathroom included in this room. Get done, there's no bathroom in this room. You cannot live here.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Smell like onions.
The closet was a solid, impressive piece of antique furniture. The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
The fuck?
It was Khan. I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom. As Khan opened the wardrobe, I was sure I was dead. But he grabbed his pants quickly and didn't even see me. I didn't usually spy on men getting changed.
Here we go. Here we are.
But this guy was a killer, and I didn't want any surprises. He left his checkered pants on the bed. I flipped the pants over. I had that kind of feeling you only get from searching still warm pants. I found an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. But as I pulled it from the pocket, a strong thread came with it. A thread with a metal tag on the end. I found nothing in the pocket. I turned the pants over again. The pocket was empty. There was nothing in the pocket. A strip along the side seam of the pants had been unpicked, then sewn back up with strong thread and a special stitch. A strip along the side seam, then sewn back up with strong thread and a special... I turned the pants over again. I pulled on the metal tag and the thread came out of the... It was like pulling out a ripcord. I turned the pants over again. I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass card. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. There was nothing in the pocket. There was nothing else in the secret pocket. Hi, ma'am.
Hello!
This is the key to...
That's next to the room taken by that
Yes.
Really?
Maybe it was my imagination, but I had an uncomfortable feeling about this situation. Yeah. I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. I showed the... but he...
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me! Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but...
What's the problem?
He isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Ah, okay.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
No.
Okay.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, Josh.
Gosh.
Hey, Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the club.
Never heard of it.
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, and that's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a... What are you doing to help trace...
Research.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you...
Not yet.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking? Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I found this.
What is it? A credit card?
ID. Thomas Merlin of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
Tell me more about you.
When I was a little girl, I used to be with my... One day, I loved with his...
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
Oh,
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
Crusade.
This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy.
So are you, so don't judge me.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either. There's a woman, but the...
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krön Museum.